Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of historic best of one with a list that actually is going to be a bit of an experiment as to whether or not it can survive the banned and restricted announcement on Monday. For those who don't know, Wizards kind of subtly banned Uro. They've released a secret lair with some alternative arts and just mentioned Uro's getting banned in Historic on Monday, so you might not want to buy it if you like Uro. So I thought we'd actually test a deck that I was personally of the opinion wouldn't survive the Uro ban, and that's going to be a 5-color Niv-Mizzet list. This deck is quite a lot of fun to pilot. There's a lot of different cards, lots of options to choose from here. But it was one that I figured would be heavily reliant on Uro, since it's one of those things that you can do in your downtime when you don't have too much to do, like remove creatures or maybe you're out of cards that are relevant. Uro's always one of those ways that you can dig yourself out. But since he's going to be banned, I wanted to see what he'd be like in the new meta, essentially, whether or not this deck would survive. So for those who don't know, this is built around Niv-Mizzet Reborn, a 5-color 6/6 with flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you reveal the top 10 cards of your library, and for each color pair, you choose exactly from those cards among them, one of the cards of each color. So Izzet, Orzhov, Azorius, so on and so forth. You choose one of each color pair and put it into your hand. Not card draw, so gets around Narset kind of nicely there. And, usually buries your opponent in card advantage while also putting a 5-mana flying 6/6 into play. Pretty atrocious for something like Brawl. In Historic, it's just about the right power level, as it turns out. So, let's talk about the deck. It is missing Uro, which would usually be in the 3-drop slot. We're actually going to be trying to replace him with a couple of cards here. I added some extra Explores from the last time we played this deck, and an extra Hydroid Crisis. Uro is essentially card draw, life gain, and ramp all in one for a 3-mana package. Irreplaceable, cannot be completely one-to-one changed over for the deck, but we can at least do a little bit. So we've got card draw, extra land drops, we got our life gain in Hydroid Crisis. We can also add a couple of bits of life gain here and there in order to hopefully undo the gain 3 that would usually be quite useful in a lot of situations. So let's talk about the deck. We are trying to get to 5-color for Niv-Mizzet Reborn. We can do that, I think, as early as turn 4. I'm not sure if we could do turn 3. I guess it's entirely possible, but I can't think about how you would do that off the top of my head. If you can, cool. I guess you know. But yeah, we're going to be using Explore, Lotus Cobra, and Growth Spiral to enable our mana base, our greedy mana base. It does have one of each basic in there, just in case we do get like Field of Ruined or anything like that, which is kind of nice. It also goes with our Fabled Passages to grab a basic as well, which goes very well with Lotus Cobra, which is a 2 land drop. So on turn 4 we can play it, gain a mana off Lotus Cobra, crack the field, and then do our thing. Fabled Passage, and then do our thing off the extra landfall trigger. So that's our ramp package. Should hopefully get us there quite nicely. The rest is either removal, utility, or board wipes, essentially. So as far as utility is concerned, Thought Erasure is pretty decent. Allows us to steal from our opponent's hand. This is going to be absolutely crucial in like the control matchups where we need to resolve our big bomb threats. We also have Hydroid Crisis in here as an extra creature. Normally, Uro would dominate control matchups because it just repeatedly comes back and your opponent has to answer him every time. Hydroid Crisis kind of fills that role because it's a cast trigger for the X life and X card draw there, so our opponent can't keep us away from having lots of cards. They can only really get rid of the one creature most of the time. And Thought Erasure allows us to force through cards as well by taking their counter spells and their removal and whatnot. As I said, the rest of the deck ends up being removal and board wipes. So we got Angrath's Rampage, Oath of Kaya, Unlicensed Disintegration, Maelstrom Pulse. I guess you could also count Night of Autumn as removal. As such, it is our artifact and enchantment removal, mostly. We do also have Maelstrom Pulse in here, and Binding the All Gods, which is a new Kaldheim card, which is essentially a mini Maelstrom Pulse, but it also allows us to grab a forest from the from our library and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Fun fact, a lot of the triomes are forests, which means we can fix our mana on turn 4 to enable at least a turn 6 Niv-Mizzet if we're very unlucky, which is kind of nice. If we've got Lotus Cobra out as well and we're on 4 mana with nearly fixed mana, the land entering will give us our 5th mana for Niv-Mizzet, which is kind of cute. It also gives creatures Death Touch, which I think is completely irrelevant. Maybe we could put like Niv-Mizzet Peyrune in here. Give Niv-Mizzet Peyrune Death Touch, and then if we draw loads of cards... maybe. I think Niv-Mizzet only draws off of instants and sorceries though, right? Yeah, so we don't do that too much. We're kind of... You know, I guess we do it a little bit. But we need targets for things like Unlicensed Disintegration, so we're more proactive on our instants and sorceries rather than... reactive, so Niv-Mizzet would have to have lots and lots of targets for that to be relevant, so maybe it's not worth it, I don't know. We do also have Battle of Frost and Fire as well, a new Kaldheim card, a new board wipe, which we can go into the Izzet slot. The way you should look at cards like this, and the reason why we've got 1s and 2-ofs, is mostly because we're trying to balance the colour pie a little bit here. So if we play Niv-Mizzet Reborn, we do want a removal spell and a board wipe most of the time. So in order to get our removal spells, we can either hit the Rakdos, Orzhov, Golgari, or, you know, depending on what we're removing, maybe Selesnya. For board wipes, we've got Boros, we also have Azorius, and now we have Izzet as well, which is quite nice. So we have lots of utility there. Our removal is just all across the colour pie as well, so we do have Kaya, who has a -3 to exile a non-land permanent. She also ticks up and makes Niv-Mizzet extremely annoying, putting a Ghost Form counter on him, and whenever he leaves the battlefield for most reasons, we get to get a 1/1 Spirit, and then we can replay him and draw those several cards all over again. If we get to that -7, AS we can probably win. I don't know. We don't get there today, I'll say that much, but it's an option. Anyway, nonetheless, I'm sure it's kind of powerful, you know, because things like Klothys can absolutely carry a control mirror. You know, it's just going to ping our opponent for 2 every time, so if our opponent manages to remove this, I guess we could get the emblem to put it back. We'll win that way. We do have the World Tree in here, which is a really nice land. It basically says if we've got 6 or more lands, all of our lands add 1 mana of any colour, which obviously is very useful. I think to the surprise of no one. But yeah, I think that's all I really want to say on this deck. If you do enjoy the content though, I would really appreciate if you do hit that like button and subscribe. Without further ado, I'm going to get to the content today, which is actually going to be some stream highlights. I had some really good games on a previous stream, though I was a little bit tired, so I imagine in today's footage I do make a couple of errors. I'm aware. But yeah. Anyway, enjoy the video, guys. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. I mean, this is just Thought Erasure, blow something up. You can't go wrong with a decent mana base and constant hand disruption. Unless it's mono red, and then this just really doesn't do much for me. Does a little bit, I guess, but who knows. Mulls. Can't remember if we were on the play or not. If we're on the play, then we're also very good against Tybalt's Trickery. Yeah? Oh, we are on the play, look at that. Beautiful. Do you have the new Azorius Saga that gets cards from your sideboard in the deck? No, I don't. But maybe I should. I can't remember what all the words are on that card. As to know whether or not it's useful all the way down the Saga curve. It makes a flyer, right? Makes a flyer... Draws a card, maybe, and then goes into your sideboard? I can't remember. Okay, so our opponent is kinda screwed if I just Maelstrom Pulse the Sentinel. Let's get rid of this Coco. I don't need Hydroid Crisis, I've already won. Alright, so you don't draw a land, you play the Sentinel. Yeah. I mean, it's not as if I'm going to be flickering it with the Orion. Allosaurus Shepherd. Oh no. Oh no. So it's going well. How's your day, chat? Oh, they got a land. Alright. Let the beatdown begin, I suppose. There's the World Tree. So, I mean, if they get a land, they can play an Archdruid. I'm not really going to be able to stop that. So I think I'm just going to kind of try and bury them in card advantage with Captain Sisay, maybe. Stops the 1/1s. Don't you dare be lucky enough to draw your third land. I've had a lot of bad luck today as well. Ah, they just don't need that third land. Yeah, I've been absolutely smashed on turn 4 quite consistently all day today. So I think we're just going to go with an Oath of Kaya on Elvish Clan Caller. Gains a little bit of life. I think that's the best plan here. Buys us a little bit of time as well. Boop. Do I want to explore? At the cost of 2 life. I kind of feel like I do. Because I need that board wipe. Alright, we have 5 colours of mana now. Sisay should ruin them, but it doesn't grab the one thing I need, which is board wipes. It just grabs me more Oath of Kayas. Well, that's dead. I mean, I'll take Oath of Kayas all day, but I mean, right now, should I be taking Niv-Mizzet? If they go... If I don't kill this Llanowar Elves... 3 for 5, 6, 7. I just feel kind of pinned and locked down here. Oh, I misclicked. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, well I did that, so here we are. Oh no! Why? Okay, we might survive with a time wipe, who knows? I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, look at all these answers that I'm not gonna get the opportunity to use. Oh, no. So assuming that we weren't dead here, Deafening Clarion would make Niv-Mizzet a 6/6 and sweep the board. A 6/6 lifelinker. As an example why I'm running that card. But, you know, here we are. Oh, I feel very shameful with my scooping. Alright. A blot there. I don't think it's over, chat. I think this is still redeemable. Oh, with a Kaya, it's pretty much redeemable. Alright, so now, this one's gonna get me... It probably just has to get me another Oath of Kaya. Just get me the card I wanted in the first place. Goodbye, Captain Sisay. I don't need you anymore. 3 damage, lifelink, please. So we're going up to 9. We're going to play Kaya. Put a Ghost Form counter on Kaya, on Niv-Mizzet. Alright. Almost botched that one. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Has Niv-Mizzet got a voice line? Should we make one? We'll use Bam's line to make Niv-Mizzet's. I think it's like something like this. It was an honor serving with you, Captain Sisay. How's that sound? That feels very Niv-Mizzet, you know, like a dragon wizard thing. Yeah? Alright, I'm keeping this. No need to answer that, chat. I know I'm right. Okay. So, Overgrown Tomb. How did you nail my voice? Duress, help yourself. Alright. Kobe! I always assumed he had more beautiful mind ramblings. Well, you seemed wrong, didn't you? You seemed wrong. So this is clearly somebody who does not like Tybalt's trickery. At all. They really hate Tybalt's trickery. Playing this swamp does not mean that I can't play Niv-Mizzet next turn, because I can't play Niv-Mizzet next turn anyway. All the duressing. This is just so mean. So if this was a Fable passage, I actually get to cast Niv-Mizzet here and refill my entire hand. That's just how disgusting this deck has the potential to be. I kind of don't want to put Yorion in my hand in case they Thoughtseize attack Thoughtseize, and then I just lose everything. Though maybe the duresses are a good indicator that they've taken Thoughtseizing out for that. I don't know. Davriel! Alright, goodbye, Niv-Mizzet. It was so close. Duress me. You'll never duress the real Niv-Mizzet Reborn! Alright. Fantastic! Alright, well, Yorion into hand now. I don't really have much of a choice. Goodbye, Yorion. Now what? Young Peasy. Do we get Shocky? We go and duress me. Alright, get wrecked. Untapped land, please. It has to be a white source as well, doesn't it? Oh dear. I'm not that lucky. I am so not that lucky today. It ain't happening. Well, I guess I get to keep keep my Niv-Mizzet by removing Davriel and then dying. That's the thing. Hello, Mr. Bravemind. What? What? Hang on. I can see what they were trying to do. I think their goal was to shock themselves, but then they ended up shocking the thing that they shocked themselves in order to grow. Or they're BMing me. It's one or the other. I mean, this doesn't help me cast anything, so I'm just gonna hold it in my hand, I guess. Okay. Duress. Good. We wasted at least a little bit of time before we died, because they have an Embereth. They hovered it, which means now they know. Look at that. Alright, we did absolutely nothing that game. Unkeepable. No green whatsoever. So let's get rid of Battle of Frost and Fire here. Sounds otherwise quite nice. If there's a god, it'll get banned, so probably not. In Modern, it's a must ban. Well, I think Modern, they're doing a change to how it works in general, though, aren't they? The cascade mechanic is really where it's a problem in Modern. just do a bit of that. So they'll just change Cascade to say you can only cast the front face of a card, probably, and then it's automatically fixed, I would say. So I can sweep here, it makes this Lovestruck Beast kind of useless. And then I get my opportunity to play my Steam Vents, otherwise I can just Binding of the Old Gods, the Lovestruck Beast side. And do the same next time around. I'm taking 4 by that point. Ooh, this is a lovely song. I think we progress our mana... Never mind. I think we... I think we sweep here. I think that's the best move that we could possibly make. Damn, Mike. Hit me right in the feels. Alright. 2 5/5s that currently can't do anything. And a Witch's Oven. So opponent's playing mono green food. You got it. So I can Lotus Cobra into Binding at the cost of 2 life here. Again, I think we want to make those kind of moves. So I need green or black here. Let's go with green. Let's just hit a Lovestruck Beast. Last thing I want is both of them attacking me if they do manage to get a 1/1. Of course, they can make a food, which is fine. Or 2 foods. Is it 2 foods? It's 2 foods. You leave my Binding alone. Don't you do it. Wicked Wolf, fight Lotus Cobra. Okay. So it does mean we can't Binding plus Angrath's Rampage to get rid of Wicked Wolf. I believe we can Niv-Mizzet Reborn, though. Scrap this, the Indatha, I don't think it matters. I think that's where we want to be. The alternative is we Yorion to hand Rampage. I don't like that too much, though. I like refilling my hand and potentially answering the Soul Board in one go. Yeah, I think this is a Niv-It upturn. I don't think there's many opportunities where Niv-Mizzet is the bad play. That's fine, I guess. It's fine. I don't know what I was really expecting, to be honest. Better answer to Wicked Wolf would probably be one of them. I guess we could... Oh, dear. Alright. So, I can block. I can trade with Vorinclex. I can block Wicked Wolf and make them sack a food. That way I get to keep my Niv-Mizzet and I can return it to hand when I time wipe, inevitably. Two, three, four, five. If we drew an untapped land, there's potential I can time wipe plus Rampage to get rid of the Wicked Wolf. So I think I'll just trade off here. Well, they only have to sack 1 food because it's just enough to make it indestructible. If they could sack enough to kill Niv-Mizzet, then they would sack more, and then that would be pretty sweet. Alright, so now I can do Binding. Yeah, Binding plus Rampage gets rid of Wicked Wolf now. That's kind of nice. The Dream. Hmm. Oh, it was +4/4, you're right. I guess they missed that. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so... sack a creature, please. I guess the one thing we're going to struggle with is probably something like Feasting Troll King, since it's just so easily recurred. I'd need, like, Kaya for that. Most likely. Got to be careful about just getting Vorinclex to death as well. It's just 6 hasty damage coming through at any given time. So finding an answer to that would be nice as well. Another Wicked Wolf. Well, I have another Rampage. So I believe you are about to get wrecked. Alright, let's get a Ketria. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, but 2, 3. We're one short of flickering the binding. It's not really doing much for us, though, to be fair. Sack a creature, please. The music, though, I know. Goes well with my startup screen now. It's very jazzy. Please draw me an instant speed removal answer. That's interesting. What's that last card, chat? Do you reckon it's cool? I think because I want to just look at my top card, I'm going to have a look. You reckon it's a land? Yeah. Won't surprise me. Well, we don't need to explore. Alright, there's a land. I think they drew another one, chat. Let's get a blocker in there. Then we'll just use it to kill the Witch's Oven. You're Ryan. Alright. There's a Gilded Goose. Can't say I much care about that, but I don't exactly like where we're at either. Yorion typically doesn't have that many targets in this deck, so he is just kind of a reasonable choice here to maybe get in for 2 points of damage and then reset the Night of Autumn. I don't mind that. Alright. Night of Autumn. I think we're okay on life. I think I'll go for counters. I'll leave a card in hand to spook our opponent. Food's just obviously... the food tokens aren't really going to get dealt with. Yeah, let's just make our Night of Autumn larger. Yeah, I need some pressure on board, so that's the plan. Oof. Is that 3 lands in a row? It looks like it. Problem is that they've got all these food tokens to just keep cracking all day, every day. There we go. That's kind of a card I was looking for. Alright. That means we got instant speed answers to hasty creatures. Let the food stuffing in begin. Alright. It began. Sumeris is no longer eating, and that is all our opponent is doing. Interesting. Sumeris, can you go play some games and start winning so our opponent could do the opposite, which is losing? I'd appreciate that. I'd also like to stop drawing lands as well. That would be lovely. Our opponent, you know, floundering right now. Doesn't really help. Don't know if I'd have done this. I would have thought the food that these guys are pumping out is the only thing saving them right now, but what do I know? Alright. The one thing this has me worried about is they're on 8 mana. Who do we know that's on 8 mana that ruins games on the spot? I currently don't have an answer to that certain individual. Kogla? Exactly, yes. Oh, please. Magic. Don't be like this. Look at this back and forth, though, chat. Good old Eugene. Alright, food deck forced to eat its food. You love to see it. They're keeping 3. That's pretty much just guaranteeing that they've got the Feasting Troll King in their deck. There's no way they don't. Yay! Mass Manipulation X2. I would hate them so much. Alright. This is keepable. Actually has both turn 2 Thought Erasure and Angrath's Rampage, depending on which one we want. And then it has turn 3 Ashiok, which is just wild. I like that about this deck. So if they're playing Tybalt's Trickery, they've just lost. You had too much fun in the previous game, and Wizards needs to punish you. I feel like they're always doing that. Yeah, they sent me a Christmas card a couple of months too late, just because they felt bad. Alright, that's a breeding poo. See what you're working with. Oh no! I hate this deck! This deck's the worst, chat. It's actually the worst. If I take this Rubble Fort, though, they can't gain haste unless they've got 2 in their deck. Also, doesn't Neoform get shut down by Ashiok as well? This is a search. I still hate this deck, chat. I don't know if I need to take Stormcaller, because if I take Rubble Fort and they can't gain haste, all I need to do is have a board wipe in my hand and I win. That's it. It runs 2. I seem to remember the list I pulled only ran 1, and I ran 2 just because I felt a little bit nervous. But ultimately, it doesn't particularly matter because they can't search their library. Let me just make sure. Yep, search your library. That can't happen. Alright. Did I mill the second one? No. Not yet. Working on it, but not yet. They also mention all of their creatures are just hilariously pathetic as well, without the combo. I don't have any green, do I? Now that is wild. Alright, so let's get some green. I was trying to think if I want to keep ticking down with Ashiok, and I kind of feel like I do, because maybe putting Yorion in my hand and resetting it is just the way to go. Some Pact of Negations, sure. How interactive of them. Yeah, I'll just put Yorion in my hand. I think I'll mill again and reset. You going through all my commands I've never left behind? Yeah, go away. I hate you. It's literally the only card in our deck, I think, that shuts them down. Get right, Bam. Did Bam just put all his squee bucks on that? Good stuff. Good stuff. I really hate Neostorm. It's so infuriating. It's the only deck that kind of consistently turn 4s me every time without fail. And to be honest, until I Ashiok them, I think there was actually no exception there at all. Keep this. It's a bit weird on the Clarions, but the Growth Spirals will get me there, I think. My money is... Alright. I'm gonna spook them with my uncracked Fable passage. They won't possibly know what hit them. We just want more green here. Kaya's a horrible draw. Yeah, I'll take it. Slightly better, I suppose. We need white mana now, I guess. Charming Prince. Hey, Heliquin. Ooh, baby, it's white mana. Another Growth Spiral. Alright, so we'll put Hallowed Fountain into play untapped, and we'll just Growth Spiral again. Beautiful, look at that. It's gonna be a turn... Is this, I don't even know what turn it is. Was that my turn 3? If I got all 5 colours of mana now. Your angels, eh? So I'd like a better board wipe. Can't Kaya the Valkyrie necessarily. Yeah, I think I'll just go Niv-Mizzet here and send... Oh my god, that's brutal. Okay. At least Battle of Frost and Fire is useful. At least we have that. Oh, it's Coco Angels. Interesting. So I can actually, like, just tick up with Kaya on Niv-Mizzet and then giggle away, I think. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do a bit of giggling away. Boop. I'm gonna get greedy, chat. I know they're gonna Coco on end step. And I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna sweep them after they do it. Let's say at least the goal. Glorious Protector. Alright. It exiles a Charming Prince. So the Battle of Frost of Fire would have actually been pretty terrible. You would have just left them with a 2-2 that scries, gains them life, or whatever they want to do. I can do better than that. Bishop of Wings, sure. Jesus Christ! Oh no! Uh-huh. Alright. Tell me I can double Clarion. I can't, can I? That's wild. Alright, it's you that's giving +2/+2 though, so we can deal with that. There we go. That'll do. They're at 47 though. I don't know how they got there, but they did. So, like, if I attacked and they double block, they lose 2 tokens, I get Niv-Mizzet back to hand. I take 3. Next turn, I'm just going to be scrying. Am I okay with just, like, replaying Niv-Mizzet? I kind of am. Send it. Double block me, you coward. Do it. Just don't attack. Never. It's cowardly to hold back. Bishop of Wings? Sure. That's fine. This Clarion's actually quite nice. Not a single bet on losing. Good. Because, oh boy, am I a mighty Magic the Gathering player. Just look at how good I am, chat. Have you ever seen a finer attack than the one you're about to witness? 3 damage. Lifelink on my Niv-Mizzet. You know, we could go in with that Bishop of Wings kill. I'm just going to look at that card in hand, though, and see if it's Coco. It's a Legion Angel. Goodbye, sideboard plan. Oh. Oh. Send it, chat. This game is over. All y'all that bet against me, fear me now. Oh, look at that. Whenever I cast a very large thing, I draw cards. Let's just cast a very large thing then, I suppose. Let's just do an X5. I'll do. Alright. So we draw 2 off that, and we draw 3 off that. And then I'll discard this Overgrown Tomb, I guess. Beautiful. A wonderfully sculpted hand that cannot be beaten. You've just gotta, like, in order to draw as well as me, chat, here's a bit of insider tech for you. As long as you ignore chat when they're giving you good advice, and you just say, lol, let's have some chaos, it'll go well. That's all you need to know. Just embrace the chaos. I'll just grab whatever because, you know, it doesn't matter anymore. This is just the best hand in the world. Alright, and then we're just gonna... I guess we're just gonna sweep because we can. 3 in lifelink, please. You can have 1 angel. Oh, 1 spirit, sorry. It's kind of like an angel, but bad. There we go. Look at that, down to 22. I'm up to... Whoa, what's this? Chat, what's this? Is this not single digits anymore? Oh my. This is just BM. This is just BM at this point. I'm just gonna keep that. I don't need to... You know what? Sack that 1/1. The BM is strong with this one. Alright, pass. You might have actually won a bet. Yep, just believe in the chaos, and all will be with you. There we go. Lovely. The BM effect, exactly. Just get really cocky. And it either goes very well for you and makes you look super smart, or it goes horribly wrong and it makes good content. Either way, as a content creator, I can't go wrong. I was either going to win really easily there, or get a clip out of you. Alright, let's see. Do I deserve to be very cocky on this one? No companion. Alright, so we're not playing Brawl anymore. I like this hand. This one bodes well. Who are we up against? Who might you be, opponent? It's going to be a Tybalt's Trickery, isn't it? I can't do anything against Trickery. Glacial Fortress tapped. Interesting. Well, if it's control, like I'm thinking it might be, Hydro Chris is going to be pretty good. The constant barrage of high-powered cards as well could be quite useful, as long as they're not all board wipes, because they're kind of useless. Yep. Alright. It is control, chat. Everyone's favorite. Land. Thank you. So we have a 3-card hand right now. We might be here a while. I've actually been meaning to play a control list of this caliber at some point. So I think once Uro goes away, control kind of has a chance of playing Magic the Gathering again. That's a card. Who bet 9k? Oh boy. Alright, that's a counter unless you pay 1 that you just telegraphed. I pretty much figured you had it, but still. And then for tells, could be a number of things I don't like, to be honest. Actually, need to keep that. Need to keep that for Teferi. Alright, pass. Suppose we could have Yuri onto hand, actually. That's a punt. Saw it coming 90%, 97%. Ooh, they're running cast out as well. I would have thought cast out was way too slow for historic, but Planet disagrees. Another Mind Stone. Yeah, so it's either Glimpse the Multiverse or whatever it's called, Saw It Coming, or a Doom Scar. The thing I don't like about my hand right now is it doesn't really pressure. And that's unfortunate. Oh, they tapped out. Cool. That works for me. Alright. So they are going to need a Teferi Tuck for that, but that will leave them hopefully a little bit exposed. Clothis is pressure, it can just get tucked with Teferi, but it's the best pressure we've got so far. This is... Our opponent's list is a 4 off Teferi list, so... Or at least... Well, every time they play a new card, I think I know less about their deck than I do. Because these are not cards I would run. Dovin's Veto. Alright. I don't know if they know what I'm doing. Do they know what I'm doing, chat? 1, 2, 3, 4... So if I exile a land here, play my Fabled Passage, I can get a pretty big Hydroid Crisis. I could care less if it gets countered. I think that's the plan. Again, I'm not sure it matters so much. I'll just grab a Plains. Alright, so that's 2, 4, 6 Hydro Crisis. Mezerin, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Welcome on in. Dwari's Disruption. I will draw 3. Thank you. Alright. Take 3. Start eating their enchantments now, I guess, and draining them a little bit. Undoes most of what this shark can do at the very least. And then we can play Lotus Cobra into Niv-Mizzet play around Dwari's Disruption. We should have all colours of mana here. This will be the Soric coming they've been holding, I guess. Which is fine. Control until approach. Yeah, maybe. They might have one in the sideboard for Fey of Wishes, I guess. Opponent's all about letting me draw cards. I'm all about letting them let me. Night of Autumn for Ascanta might be useful, although Clothis is kind of shutting down Ascanta for the most part anyway. Still might be worth getting rid of. Thought Erasure is God tier as well. This just gets Doomscarred or tucked. Or removed in any kind of way, so I don't think it's actually useful. Now they can disrupt me. Or they can use that veto that they tutored for because they thought was useful. And pass. I actually almost have a live Clothis. That's crazy. I didn't think that was even possible. So yeah, they're just gonna immediately dump the Search for Ascanta there, which is fine. I did have 17 different ways of dealing with it, so it's kind of important they went that way. Alright, this will be a Teft-Tuck Clothis. It is not a Teft-Tuck Clothis. Which is very interesting. Yep. I'll go on Thellona's theory that Dance of the Manse might exist. I'm not sure it would, but you never know. Alright, how many things will it take to kill Teferi? I guess we'll start with a Thought Erasure, I suppose. That's one less thing to kill Teferi. And we'll go Rampage, sack a Planeswalker. I guess a veto, and then we'll go with a... Oh no! What are you doing, game? Oh no! Oh no! Alright, it's redeemable, because I can still Clarion, but I really thought I had more mana than that. Wow. Okay. This way I just kind of have to lose my Lotus Cobra unnecessarily, but here we are. Alright. Goodbye, Tef. It's a 3-turn clock on our opponent, so I think it's definitely correct to go after the Tef. I'll just put Yorion in hand, I guess. I guess it's not 3-turn, actually. It's 2-turn because of the Clothis, but we have to assume they can tuck anyway. Wrath of God, a Niv-Mizzet. Sure. I'm at 28. Am I going to deck myself? That's the question. Authority of the Consuls. I will get rid of... I'll get rid of your Teferi. On the off chance, you can cycle your deck through. If Feels kind of bad just binding the Fate of Wishes, but I don't exactly have a choice. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the Hydroid Crisis. Weak. Yeah, we have to kill Fae. They're only putting it in place so they can grab another piece of sideboard tech, so I can't really allow that. Okay, Wrath, and... that's likely to be probably a Saw It Coming. Let's get rid of your Fae of Wishes. 48 cards left in our deck. What's that last card, chat? What is that last card? Let's find out. Better not be a land, I'll cry. You think it's a shark? It was a shark. Bam's on fire today. Alright, what's the card that they just drew into? Another shark. Alright. Wrecked. Oh, baby. I will Night of Autumn with counters, I think. I'm going to assume one of these is at least a Doomscar, so I'm not going to play my Yorion. Alright. I'll give you the Shuffler. Yep, there we go. There's a Doomscar. So that deals with the next Teferi. Get rid of a Shark Typhoon. See, it's Planeswalkers as well, so that's kind of nice. Assuming Teferi comes down, minus his on Clothis, that is, of course. I think I'm just playing it. I think other than playing a Niv-Mizzet into a Yorion, I don't think there's really much use in not pressuring our opponent's life total as much as possible. We've seen so many Wraths and Doomscars. 3 Wraths, 1 Doomscar, potentially another Doomscar. Submit 0. Oh, this counter is definitely scary for sure. 32 cards to my 45. The unfortunate part is that milling isn't really a win con for us because Teferi 5 can tuck himself. Okay, they're going to go for a cast out on Yorion, it looks like. We have answers to that, technically. Interesting. I'm just going to keep eating any potential win cons if they have something like Midnight Clock or Commit to Memory. I want to just leave them with very few options. So we're going to get in with Yorion. Our opponent's probably going to want to cast out, and then I'm going to Kaya minus on the cast out and get Yorion back, flicker Kaya, and reset her. So at least the plan, I doubt it will work. But I suppose you just never really know. Dovin's Veto. Okay. It's one less thing that they can use to protect their Teferi. She needs to come sooner rather than later, because this Clothis is running them down. That is a Tamio. Alright. One less Doomscar. Is that 4 vetoes? Probably. One came out the sideboard. Alright, I play Tamio. You play as Cantor. Yeah, that's 3 vetoes there. That's 3 vetoes, right? One has an absorb. Alright, it took them 10 minutes to get there, but they got there. Format is the opponent playing One that they're not aware of, I guess. Whiffs on Azcanta. You love to see it. This is going so badly for our opponent. Somehow I just kind of feel like, yeah, they're eventually gonna find their way out of this. So now they go to Fairy minus Clothis, because otherwise it'll kill them. She puts them in Battle of Frost and Fire range with 1 mana open. Goodbye to Fairy. I get to scry Clothis back on top as well, which is nice. I shouldn't be winning this at all. And maybe I still won't. Yeah, next to Fairy. Oof. So this one will go up, and then we'll scry for an answer to him.
No time for a break.
Alright, untap. Well, Clothis is the best out of those. I think we just want it because our opponent might be running out of counters. So I can hit to Fairy, Maelstrom Pulse the cast out, flickering the Battle of Frost and Fire, which re-enters and kills to Fairy. It's an option. I mean, if they've got a counter, my plan doesn't work at all anyway. So let's just go for the best possible option, which is kill to Fairy with absolutely BS levels of value. Come back to me, Orion. Alright, Battle of Frost and Fire gets flickered. Lotus Cobra puts him in range of death.
I won't let you win.
And it comes on back.
I'll have a better plan.
I love it. Clothis getting drawn next turn with a scry after that. So they need to find another counterspell. Doomscar, sure. Cycles a sensor. Yeah, that seems pretty good right now. Alright, let's see what our top cards are. They just need to be Planeswalker removal, really. These just don't do it for me. Like, I guess Sisay is a very slow Niv-Mizzet. I just don't think you keep it. I think it's bad. I also wouldn't mind getting the Chapter 3's value as well. Surely they aren't running 8 wipes. You never really know. I'm questioning why they're running 3 vetoes mostly, but... No! Okay, Tail's End. It's just non-stop surprises from our opponent. Alright, it's Cancer. I mean, how many Teferis have I eaten? 1 Teferi there. 2 Teferi, 3 Teferi. They've got 1 more Teferi. And some Amiria's Calls, which will die to this Solar Blaze, which up until this point has been completely useless. Oh, they're just going to draw cards. That also works. More authorities, sure. Alright, come on, Explore. Give me a 5-drop or higher. I will honestly cast a board wipe at this point just to draw extra cards. Well, kind of whiff, but we can take this land. Or maybe their final Teferi. Or eat their 4th Dovin's Veto. It's a censor. You love to see it. Hello. You do nothing anymore. Yeah, you do nothing. Okay. If you'd have got a Clothis into play through a counterspell, I'd be all for it. But you don't, so pass the turn. Sensors. We're at 38 to their 16, by the way. They have run so far out of counters that I don't know if they can protect their Teferi if they manage to establish it. So they're probably going to need, like, Fae of Wishes with... probably, like, Approach of the Second Sun, it's got to be, right? That's something only Ashiok, I guess, can deal with at the right time. And even then, with Azcantors, it's going to be difficult. All right. Mindstone redraw. Deck yourself. Deck yourself. Come on. Alright, so redraw. That's a bad card. Alright. It actually has 0 applications whatsoever. I guess also Narset's not good enough for them. We haven't seen a Narset yet. Oh, here we go. Alright. What does Fae of Wishes mean for us? First it was a Dovin Veto. And now it's a long, hard think. An Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Okay. 11 cards left, so the ult's kind of garbage.
Ghost fire.
I love that his ult is kind of garbage. Take another of his million counter spells. Let's put that garbage to the bottom. Yeah, it's a pretty expensive lightning bolt. And they ain't got that much time.
I will destroy if I must.
That's kind of cute. I don't know if we play it just yet. I think I kind of have to use this as a gotcha card, right? They maybe ult their Ugin, then I just slam an Ashiok, and then we go from there. Or do I want to get into play so I can take their cards down even further, because we're going to mill 4. Put them on a 6-turn clock to kill me, which Ugin tick-ups isn't enough. If I let them draw, I also open them up to their 96th counterspell. That's kind of the problem. So I think I just Ashiok and just try to hit some good stuff here. I have Binding of the Old Gods and Angrath's Rampage to deal with their Planeswalkers. Oh my god! What? You serious? This isn't real. This is not real. 97th counterspell. Sorry, I misspoke. Alright, down to 31. Fae of Wishes dumps the hand, maybe, to go for another sideboard tech. So I can 2-for myself, I guess. In order to make them discard these 2 cards. I'm just not going to get any other better option for these anyway. So even if this is a 99th counterspell, I've just got to go for it. Alright. Then it deals 1 damage to itself. Except it doesn't. They were going to do this anyway. Wrath and a land. Alright. Tap land, say go. I've got so many bad draws though, there's still 18 lands in my deck. Which are just kind of foul. Did you get the 4th Dwarven's Veto? The 4th Veto, chat! I honestly am gonna be so mad if I lose. Opponent is going to upset me. Ult, 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 ult. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Coward. Alright, how many turns they got left? 6. Alright, Binding of the Old Gods is a live draw. I wouldn't go after Ugin even if I wanted to. I guess it's not really a live draw though with Veto around. So I guess I just kind of want Angrath's Rampage to force them to veto me. Oh! Oh! Alright. Sack the Ugin. You'll counter. I don't think we are good though, because they can just return Fey of Wishes and constantly do the granted thing to make 4/4s. It's not as if they can, you know, not just get more sideboard tech. Hugin's at 17. It's like, let's just assume these are lands. Like, they're just gonna keep going granted every time. Alright, Captain Sisay. Gets lightning bolted, but whatever. 105th counterspell. 5 cards left. Why? Who made you who you are? Thassa's Oracle with Fey of Wishes. Good luck. Thankfully, you can't search for Thassa's Oracle because it's non-creature. 4 cards. Board wipe would be nice here, that's right. We don't have any. We have Oath of Kaya, single target removal, and Binding the Old Gods. And Niv-Mizzet. Niv-Mizzet can get us all of those things, so it's kind of like a board wipe if we get Niv, I suppose. Oh, discard 2 crap cards, get another 4/4. And some sideboard tech. Yeah, we're gonna lose. I'm so mad. The Teferi, the 4th one, was in their sideboard this entire time. Oh, yeah, the Ashiok counter is all it took in the end. Now they can't mill themselves because Teferi tucks himself. Or doesn't. Let's see, what have we got now? Are we just dead? 10, 14, 15. Yeah, we're dead. I don't know what to say, chat. I do not know what to say. Let's just leave before they emote spammers, because they just feel like they're going to be that kind of person. Wow. Wow. That was... They just took victory from the jaws of defeat. With the most BS level of RNGesus, badly built deck for historic but somehow effective against ours kind of list. It's got Tails Ends in here, it's got every veto, every absorb, 19 Wrath of Gods. And it somehow, chat, manages to find space for Mind Stone. I do not understand how this deck exists. There's even Cast Out in here. It's just so bad. This deck has to just get run over by so many aggro decks. 4 cards left. I mean, I'm sorry if I come across this as a sore loser, but Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have lost to that. Like, the fact that Ugin has lost his loyalty abilities, but also the fact that Ugin just didn't have an ult was just beautiful. Up until it wasn't. Oh my god. Yeah, Tail's End's fine. Tail's End has a lot of applications. Veto is a very bad card. It just does not work. Like, you would run 2 because Tybalt's Trickery on the play is a thing. But you've got Jawari's Disruption, so why? Again. So you have 2 for the control matchups. Well, he had 19,000 counters. No control deck runs that many counter spells. So I think you're good in the mirror. I think you got it just fine. Oh my god. That hurt. 98% you say? Well, this is an Ashiok's Eraser. I've still got copies like 5th, 6th, and 7th of loads of temples to hit, so that's actually not too bad. I'm going to go in for one last game, chat. Because I'm angry. I was going to end it there, but I can't. I just can't. There's no way that I can end it on that. If I fail miserably now, so be it, but I just feel cheated. I really do. Feel cheated. It's just the RNGs just lined up so badly for me there. Yeah, seems good. Turn 3 bindings are always nice, I guess. As long as we get some black mana, of course. But I feel confident. Alright, explore. Save me. Confidence restored. Teching for control hell in platinum. Well, control's picking up once. Let's have a look what you're doing. Is this a mirror? It can't be a mirror, surely. Once Oro's gone. It's the mirror. Just okay. Well, this card's really bad, so we don't care about that. This card's fine. I mean, I could just take the Niv-Mizzet and bury them. Casualties of War kinda sucks. But yeah, I think I'll just take the Niv-Mizzet. I just don't care about the other cards. Alright. I'll put a land to the bottom. Play land. Pass. Bet you wish you had 8 copies of Archon of Sun's Grace. Oh boy, do I. Alright, so they're going to go untap land Nissa, and then I'll just binding it. So let's just do that, and then pass. This is going to be a wild game as well. Because they're actually Niv-Mizzet without Yorion. I genuinely couldn't bring myself to play less than 80 cards while playing Niv-Mizzet lists. There's just too many single silver bullets that you have to put in this deck. And you need all the space. All the space you can manage. Alright, we've got an Indatha, we've got it's a Ketria, let's have a Zagoth. Could reset the binding. I don't really care to. I think we'll just go with the Clothis. It doesn't get killed by anything here. I'll just start eating their deck. Specifically, I'll eat the Niv-Mizzets because they run Tamio. Okay. Nom nom. Mana's already fixed, so I don't care about Chapter 2. They have no Yorion. I'll just let it go. This is just a pass here, I think. Save my Sisay until I can Thought Erasure the cut to ribbons, I guess. Though I don't even know if I will. I just don't want them to have a reason to put this in their yard, I guess. Yeah, just pass. Have a land. Oh no, not the Death Touch. Exactly, C-Res. Exactly. Lucky. There's a lot of lands there. They hit a Casualties of War and a Deafening Clarion. Alright, the Clarion's useless. Casualties, kind of annoying. Nom.
I take responsibility for this loss.
So here I think I just Solar Blaze. Got Hydroid Crisis to worry about down the line, but we've got plenty of answers already for it. I'll eat that next turn. And then pass. Oh no, Death Touch. So one annoying thing, I guess, is going to be that Casualties of War is going to eat my multicolored lands twice over. But it's just kind of a very expensive land destruction spell at that point, which I think I'm fine with. Bad card. Alright. I don't like how our opponent is getting better draws than us. It upsets me. Yeah, I'll just pass. What a weird mirror. Alright. Nom. It's another one of those games where they're just going to die to Clothis if they do nothing about it, and I don't know what they can do about it, literally. I don't know what they can do about an indestructible god. I'll just pass again. So I might start just playing things for the sake of exiling them. Our opponent's kind of got that covered for us, though, because they keep playing sagas, so... Pass. This feels great. This feels pretty nice. Alright, I'll eat and explore. Ping you, play a land, I don't discard. Pass the turn. It's not how I wanted to end the night, but looks like that's the way this is gonna go. Alright, that's a few turns from now. That's gonna be a card I can eat. Ooh, Kaya. Alright, I'm just gonna eat this Thought Erasure. So Kaya, I can just play, because then they'll Casualties of War and fill the yard, and I only need 3 things in the yard to eat anyway before I win. And I'll be discarding Town Size anyway. Nom. So now I've given him a good reason to use Casualties of War. Oh no. This is the most anticlimactic game ever. I know, right? Explore. They're gonna need a counter Clothis. That's what they need. The important thing is I never play a creature, because then they get ribbons to gain life. Or it's actually lose life. It doesn't even gain them life. It's so bad. Alright. Thank you. Fuel for the fire. Nom. This is how the other game should have gone. It is exactly how the other game should have gone. Let it be known. Alright. What's next? Dead in 2. They don't play anything. I think they've learned. They've learned that nothing good comes of playing things into my Clothis, but they're still dead. They need to gain life right now. Otherwise, I have them dead on the next main phase. Ulamog! What? Why? What is wrong with this game? What is wrong with this game? Sack a creature, please. I can't even, like, Tameo it back. That's so unbelievable. Alright, where do we go from here then, chat? This doesn't deal damage directly to face. I don't really have anything hasty. And now we've kind of opened up their cut to ribbons. Oh, God. I think we should just still pass. I don't see a reason to play Sisei into any of this. Yeah, we got Oath of Kaya. That's a good one. I'd never get to it with Sisei, so... Again, no reason to play her. Oh, Hydroid Crisis. I guess we X5 it. Just to dig. Trying to think how they could gain life. They could gain life with their own Oath of Kaya, but they can directly hit my face with that, so it doesn't need a creature in play for that to be the case. Worth having a second Klothys? I mean, maybe. I have Ashiok as more Graveyard Hate, so I have Graveyard Hate on 2 different colours, that's kind of the idea. But maybe. Klothys has kind of been carrying. I think we just X5 here on the off chance that I just draw Oath of Kaya. Beautiful. Alright. Get rid of Time Wipe, I guess. Actually, Deafening Clarion's pretty bad, and so is Sisay. We've established this. Alright. So they're dead on my next turn, unless they are running Counter Magic or they Thought Erasure me. I'm naming things you could have here, opponent. Don't test me. Here we go. What a game. What a game. And Tail's End. I didn't want to say anything. I really didn't. Oh, what a wild experience that was. Who won then? Did anyone win? Who thought that mirror was going to go well for me? Well, it's been a wild ride today, chat. I didn't think we'd have as many exciting games because I'm honestly feeling a little bit fuzzy in the brain, but, you know, it did a thing. I'll say that I didn't necessarily feel Uro was missing when I was playing that. The exception, of course, is knowing that I've played this with Uro and that the Explores and Growth Spirals filled up the graveyard like crazy alongside Lotus Cobras and Fable Passages. It all does work to enable Uro all the way down the curve. So I know he's good in here. But again, I think we managed to kind of turn it around and make us not have to miss him too much. Ashiok was almost good as well. Remember that time when we almost won the game by casting Ashiok? Good times. So I don't know if I'd ever cut Ashiok for a Klothys, but Klothys carried us as well. It's a weird one. I don't know. Still can't get over it, yeah. I might have to make it into a YouTube video now. It's just too good. It was just an emotional roller coaster from start to finish. And then the anticlimactic one, which, you know, we did things. Yeah, it was manageable without Uro. It's definitely true. But yeah, I don't know. I also, as well, I think for Kaya, I cut Scarab God, which is a target off of the World Tree, technically. I just felt Scarab God was way too dirtly. I think he still is. But it's kind of a funny thing with the World Tree to get both Klothys and Scarab God, at least. Who knows? Croxa for the discard damage. I suppose you could do Croxa as a one-of. I don't think he's worthy of the slot that Uro took before, which is the full 4. But yeah, maybe as a one-of, just that annoys our opponent. So I think we're actually lacking a little bit on Rakdos cards. We've got Rampage, we've got Disintegration. I think that's it, right? Yeah, it's only 3 slots, so maybe a Croxa in here would be quite good. I just don't know what you'd cut. Because all of these kind of fill a slot. If you look at these cards, they're basically... The idea behind this list is to grab loads of guild-coloured cards that fill a similar purpose. So... This is removal. This is removal. This is removal. This is removal. And then you've got your board wipes. You got... Where are they? Clarion in Boros. Big board wipe with Boros. You got your Azorius board wipe. You got your Izzet board wipe. It just means that when you play your Niv-Mizzet, you're bound to get a removal spell, a board wipe, and then maybe some technology as well. So Uro used to be the Simic slot of choice because you just gain life, draw cards. It'd do basically Growth Spiral and Hydro Crisis all in one. And then also use the Graveyard, which we're underutilizing, in order to consistently annoy. We've also got Tamio, I guess, is another tech piece. So you've kind of got removal, board wipes, and tech pieces. That's what this deck is essentially, in a nutshell. Clothis. Clothis has, you know, done me wrong for the last time. You're out. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I think that's where I'm going to call it quits today. I'm going to go to bed. It's going to be fun. I'm going to close my eyes. There'll be much rejoicing, I think, when I do that. This deck could use an Ugin. It honestly could get away with having an Ugin off of a Sisay, but I don't know. Because it's very much instant sorcery based for the most part. So there's not too much to sweep away, most of the time at least. But yeah, we'll be back on... I don't think I can do Saturday. I think I am working Saturday. So it might have to be Sunday, and we'll do the Historic Brawl Challenge, as Bam is trying to allude to. So we'll do a Sunday Historic Brawl stream. I'll see if I can get some builds up for that. An Ulamog to exile the opponent's Clothis. That's a great idea, Dave. Where did you come up with that one? I don't know. Either way, though, thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me once again. And I'll see y'all on Sunday, hopefully. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Good night.